Hello student, how are you? I completely think that everybody is well and good. Again, welcome to back my video class. Everybody know that I will take video class on the 8th science subject. The name of the chapter is reproduction in plant, and also I believe that everybody see my video class and attentive my video class, and also I request that every student ready for writing. So let's go our lesson now. Already I have said that today I will discuss about the mega or microsporogenesis. Mainly today I will discuss microsporogenesis. Micro and mega sporogenesis, these two processes are completely included in chapter 5, and the name of chapter 5 is reproduction in plants. Microsporogenesis. At first we must be known about the definition of microsporogenesis. What is microsporogenesis? The process by which male gamete is produced of flowering plant is called microsporogenesis. Micro means minute or small according to science language. That means we can say that male gamete of shape is mainly small. So these types of name is named for male gamete. Microsporogenesis is very important topics, and this term is completely related with fertilization of plant. So at first we must be known about the detailed structure of male part of a flower. And in other words, megasporogenesis. Megasporogenesis is also related with fertilization process. Mega, according to biological language, mega means large, and megasporogenesis is mainly related with female gamete cell. Megasporogenesis, and next time I will discuss about the detailed information of megasporogenesis. Now today I will discuss mainly microsporogenesis. Already I have said that about the definition of microsporogenesis. Again I say that the process by which male gamete is produced of flowering plant is called microsporogenesis. Now I will discuss about the detailed structure or information of male gamete or male part. Again I say that male part of a flowering plant, male part. We know that this is the anther. This is bag-like structure or sac-like structure, and this is also called filament. And whole figure, the name of this figure is stamen. And this part mainly male part of a flower. Male part of a flower. That means a lot of stamen present in a male part of a flower, and all stamens are commonly called androecium. We know that within anther pollen grain present. This pollen grain at first is divided with the help of meiosis cell division, and it produces 4 pollen grain. 4 pollen gain. With the help of meiosis, cell division. These are 4 pollen gain. Now I will discuss about only one male pollen gain. This pollen gain. Suppose this is pollen gain. Under the electron microscope, these pollen grains is seen, and we get different types of parts. That means pollen grains mainly have 2 parts, outer parts and inner parts. The outer parts is called exine, and the inner part is called intine. A lot of pore present within the layer of pollen grain. The name of this pore is called germ pore. Suppose these are pore. This is called germ pore. The next stage of microsporogenesis, this pollen grain is produced to nucleus with the help of mitosis, cell division. The name of these 2 nucleus are tube nucleus and generative nucleus. Next stage, this nucleus produced 2 nucleus. First one is called tube nucleus, generative nucleus. Tube nucleus and generative nucleus. These 2 nucleus play a vital roles about the microsporogenesis of a flowering plant. Tube nucleus create one kind of shape within pollen grain, and this shape became as tube-like structure. That means pollen grain somewhat these types of structure. This is the generative nucleus. Again I say that. And tube nucleus somewhat create this tube-like structure. This is tube-like. This tube-like structure. That means this is the mature stage or mature pollen grain, and it creates within anther. When a lot of pollen grain creates anther, these types of pollen grains, and then this anther's layer is ruptured. And this mature pollen grain is transferred into the female part of a flower. The name of the female part of a flower is stigma. Suppose this is the female part. This is the female part, and this part is mainly called stigma. and this is completely female part of a flowering plant. This mature pollen grain is mainly transferred in the stigma. As soon as a mature pollen grain is transferred on the stigma, and these pollen grains becomes large, and at that moment a lot of nutrient substance is absorbed from environment, and these pollen grains becomes a large shape. And already we know that these pollen grains have two parts, tube nucleus and generative nucleus. And tube nucleus, at first tube nucleus enter into the female part of a flower and create a tube like structure. This tube like structure is mainly called pollen tube. This is the tube like structure, and this tube like structure creates by tube nucleus. And the next, generative nucleus enter into the pollen tube and creates two male gametes. This is the two male gamete. Create two male gametes. This is two male gametes. That means male gamete creates by generative nucleus within pollen tube. As soon as produced male gamete, and then we can say that this is the last phase or last stage of microsporangitis. The main aim of microsporangitis create a male gamete. Mainly male gamete creates within pollen tube by generative nucleus. On the other hand, tube nucleus also help to create male gamete. And this is the whole process. We can say that this is the tube, this is the male gamete. This is the male gamete, we know, and this is generative nucleus, and already tube nucleus create a pollen tube. And we also know that this pollen tube is ruptured ovule or ovum. We know this is the ovary. This part is mainly called ovary, and this is ovule. This part is ovule, and this is embryo sac. This part is called embryo sac, and this is also ovary. This is also ovule, and mainly this part is called ovary, and ovum creates within embryo sac this position. Suppose this is the egg, and another two cell also produced beside the ovum. That means three cell present within the embryo sac, where micropyle present, and within three cells in the middle position a large cell present, and this large cell is called ovum or egg. This egg or ovum is called female gamete. On the another two cells is also called synergid cell, and also called egg apparatus. And again next time I will discuss details information about megasporangitis. And generally today I have discussed about the details information of microsporogenesis. How does a male gamete produce within flowering plant, and these are the whole description. These are the whole description of microsporogenesis, and this is very important to know about fertilization process. So everybody must be practiced in your residence or house. What do you mean by microsporogenesis? How does a male gamete produce of a flowering plant? These are the main questions answered. Thank you everybody, and again I say that I believe that all students attentive my lessons. Thank you.